Hello all, welcome to Gurukul CAT 100 series, a series designed to take you from your study room to your corporate boardroom. I am Deepak Nemani and this is Daily Quant with Deepak. Hi all, welcome to day 89 of 100 days to CAT Quant series. In this video, we'll be discussing 5 questions from Quant. So whenever a question is displayed on the screen, pause the video, try solving that question. Once you're done solving, you can resume the video. If you find this video helpful, like the video, share this video with your friends who are preparing for CAT, and most importantly, for more videos of this kind, subscribe to this channel. In case if you want to attempt these 5 questions in the form of a test, you can log into our portal, thegurukul.org.in, or the link is already in the description below. Now, once you click that link, you will get enrolled to a course called 100 Days Race to CAT, in which there will be 3 sections: Quant, LRDI, and VARC. We'll be uploading 100 tests in each section, so that if you are a serious CAT 25 aspirant, you cannot afford missing these tests. And these tests are absolutely for free. And you'll be practicing close to 1500 questions, which we consider to be a good amount of questions to practice, right? And without any further delay, let's get started with the first question. A person invested a total amount of rupees 15 lakh. A part of it was invested in a fixed deposit earning 6% annual interest, and the remaining amount was invested in 2 other deposits in the ratio 2:1, earning annual interest at the rate of 4% and 3% respectively. If the total annual interest income is rupees 76,000, then the amount invested in the fixed deposit was. Now let me consider the amount deposited in the fixed deposit be X, and let the remaining amount be 3y. Now why did I consider this as 3y? Because I know that this should be split in the ratio 2:1. So you will be having a total of 3 parts. So instead of considering that as y, I have considered that to be 3y, and this is given to be 15 lakhs. Done. Now a part of it was invested in a fixed deposit earning 6% annual interest. So 6% on this. So 6 by 100 into x plus, right? And the remaining amount was invested in 2 other deposits in the ratio 2:1. So 2y was deposited at a rate of 4% per annum. So 4 by 100 plus the remaining amount y at 3%, 3 by 100. Now because of this, he earned an interest of 76,000. So this should be equal to 0.76. The reason being, here we have considered that in lakhs. So you should be careful about units being consistent throughout, right? So we should be considering 76,000 rupees in lakhs, which is nothing but 0.76 lakhs, right? Now sending 100, which is in the denominator, to right hand side, we'll be having 6x plus 8y plus 3y, 11y is equal to 76, and from the first equation we have x plus 3y is equal to 15. So we have 2 variables, 2 equations. Now what was asked? We are asked to find the amount invested in fixed deposit. So we should be finding the value of x. So let's try to eliminate y. Now okay, eliminating y would be difficult, right? So let's eliminate x. So x plus 3y is equal to 15. Now let me multiply it with 6, so that we'll have 6x plus 18y is equal to 90. Great. Now subtract equation, let this be equation 2 from equation 3, and this being equation 1. Right. So these two will get cancelled. 18y minus 11y, 7y is equal to 90 minus 76, 14, or y is equal to 2 lakhs. Right. Now what was asked? We are asked to find the amount invested in the fixed deposit, which is x. So let me substitute the value of y as 2 here. So 3 into 2 is 6. X plus 6 is equal to 15, or the value of x is 9 lakhs, and 9 becomes the answer to this question. Now coming to the second question. A chemist mixes 2 liquids, 1 and 2. 1 liter of the liquid 1 weighs 1 kg, and 1 liter of liquid 2 weighs 800 grams. If half liter of the mixture weighs 480 grams, then the percentage of liquid 1 in the mixture in terms of the volume is. So the resultant mixture weighs 480 grams for half liter, right? So half liter of liquid 1 will be weighing 500 grams. Right. So if 1 liter weighs 1 kg, half liter will be weighing 500 grams. Now similarly, if 1 liter of liquid 2 weighs 800 grams, half liter would be weighing 400 grams. Right. Now using alligations, the ratio will be 480 minus 400. 80 is to 500 minus 480, 20. So 4 is to 1. Right. Now out of 5 parts, The what was asked? Percentage of liquid 1 in the mixture, right? So out of 5 parts, 4 parts is of liquid 1. So what's the percentage? 4 by 5 is the fraction, and the percentage equivalent of this fraction is 80%. Hence option C should be the answer to this question. Now coming to the third question, a question from logarithms, right? So let x and y be positive real numbers such that log x plus y base 5 plus log x minus y base 5 is equal to 3, and log y base 2 minus log x base 2 is equal to 1 minus log 3 base 2, then xy equals, right? Now we know that log x plus log y is nothing but log xy. Now in the from the first equation I'll be applying that. So you'll be having log x plus 5 base 5 plus log x minus y base 5 will be log x plus y into x minus y base 5. So that would be x square minus y square, and this is equal to 3. Now if this is equal to 3, now let me convert this logarithmic function or logarithmic equation to exponential form, right? So x square minus y square will be 5 power 3, which is 125. So we have one equation in terms of x and y, x square minus y square being 125. Now from the second equation, so we have log y base 2 minus log x base 2. Now let me bring this log 3 base 2 to the left hand side, plus log 3 base 2 is equal to 1. Now log y minus log x will be log y by x. Right. Now log a plus log 3 will be log a into 3 into 3 to base 2 is equal to 1. Now again, let me convert this logarithmic form to exponential form. So this becomes 3y by x is equal to 2 power 1, 2. Right. Now let me write x as 3y by 2. Done. Now let me replace y with x with 3y by 2. So x square will be 9y square by 4 minus y square is equal to 125. Now this implies 9y square minus 4y square, 5y square. 5y square by 4 is equal to 125. 525 is 125. 25 into 4 is 100. Y square is equal to 100. Y is equal to 10. Now if y is equal to 10, x will be equal to 3 into 10 by 2, 3 into 5, 15. Right. So we are asked to find xy. So 10 into 15, 150 becomes the answer to this question. Now coming to the fourth question. Let S be the set of all points x comma y in the xy plane such that mod x plus mod y less than or equal to 2 and mod x is greater than or equal to 1. Then the area in square units of the region represented by S equals. Right. Now for any equation of the kind mod x plus mod y is equal to 2. Now we'll talk about less than 2, right, later. Now first let's plot the graph of mod x plus mod y is equal to 2. Now let me put the value of y as 0. Right, so if the value of y is 0, mod x should be equal to 2. Right, so the value of x could be 2 or minus 2. Now similarly, if I put the value of x as 0, the corresponding value of y would be either 2 or minus 2. Now we have a square being formed. Right, now for all the points on these 4 line segments, right, so they satisfy the equation mod x plus mod y is equal to 2. Right, now if you have any point inside the square, for all the points that lie inside the square, right, so the mod of x coordinate plus mod of y coordinate will be less than 2, right, for all the points which are inside this square. For all the points on the sides of the square, it will be mod x plus mod y is equal to 2. Right, now we have this graph of this inequality. Right, so we should be considering all the points on these 4 lines and also inside the square. Now mod x greater than or equal to 1. Right, so mod x is equal to 1. So x could be either 1 or minus 1. right? So x is equal to 1 is what? Equation of a line passing through x is equal to 1, 1 comma 0, parallel to y axis. Now again x is equal to minus 1 is again a line parallel to y axis passing through minus 1, right? Now mod x should be greater than or equal to 1, so it should be to the right hand side, all the values to the right hand side of this, right? And here all the values should be to the left hand side of this line. Now we are asked to find the common area included between this line and the inequality mod x plus mod y less than or equal to 2, right? So we are asked to find the sum of the areas of these two triangles, right? Now we know that this is 1 and this angle is 45 because these two triangles are congruent and this is a square. Now this is 45, right? And this length will be 1 because this entire distance is 2, this part is 1, so this part will be 1, right? Now if this is 45, this is 90 degrees, this will also be 45, right? Now if this is 1, this will also be 1. Now if this is 1, this will also be 1, right? So the total length of the base is 2 units and the corresponding height is 1 unit. Now what will be the area of the triangle? Half into base 2 units into 1, now which is 1. Now what is 1? Area of this triangle. Now how many such triangles do we have? We have 2 triangles, this and this, so into 2. So 2 square units is the area included between mod x greater than or equal to 1, right? And mod x plus mod y less than or equal to 2. So 2 becomes the answer to this question. Now coming to the last question. The number of solutions of the equation mod x into 6x square plus 1 is equal to 5x square is. Now first I'll bring 5x square to left hand side. So the equation becomes mod x into 6x square plus 1 minus 5x square is equal to 0, right? Now for plus or minus x, this will be positive, this will be positive, and this will also be positive, right? Now whenever we have modulus, right? So mod x will be positive when x is positive and also negative. So x can take two values. So in such cases, what I'll do is I'll consider mod x to be y, and y should always be a non-negative number, right? Now x can be negative, but y cannot be negative. Y should always be a non-negative number. Y could be 0 or a positive number only, right? So mod x, I'll replace this with y. Now if mod x is equal to y, I know that x will be equal to plus or minus y, right? And x square will be equal to y square only, right? So I'll be replacing 6x square as 6y square plus 1 minus 5y square is equal to 0. Now let me take y common. Now if I take y common, you'll be having 6y square plus 1 minus 5y is equal to 0. Now this will be 0 when y is equal to 0 or 6y square minus 5y plus 1 is equal to 0. Now let's find the roots of this quadratic equation. Now 6 into 1 is 6, so we need to find two numbers such that when the product of them is 6 and the sum is minus 5, minus 2 and minus 3, right? So I can write this as 6y square minus 2y minus 3y plus 1 is equal to 0. Now between these two I can take 2y common, then you'll be having 3y minus 1, and here minus 1 common, so 3y minus 1 is equal to 0. Now between these two I can take 3y minus 1 common, so 3y minus 1 into 2y minus 1 is equal to 0. So we have y is equal to 1 by 3 or y is equal to 1 by 2. So we have three possible values for y. Y is equal to 0, y is equal to 1 by 3, y is equal to 1 by 2, right? So if we have three values for y, now what is the value of x? Plus or minus y? Now when y is equal to 0, x will be 0. When y is equal to 1 by 3, x will be plus or minus 1 by 3. And when y is equal to 1 by 2, x will be plus or minus 1 by 2. So how many values do x have? So 1, 2 here, 3 plus 2, 5. So in total you have 5 values for x that satisfy this equation, mod x into 6x square plus 1 is equal to 5x square.
Hope you enjoyed learning from today's session.
This series is designed to help you with your CAT preparation and practice daily. We are with you in this journey.
To watch the next video, click here. And to watch Gurukul's CAT 100 series, study room to boardroom, the entire playlist, click here.
If you learned from today's session, like, share, and subscribe.